Alright, y'all. So, I figured today I wanted to talk to y'all about a new topic. I wanted to add something in here because I recently got diagnosed with something new, and it has something to do with mental disorder. My brain's just all out of whack. So, I wanted to talk to you guys about it. It's going to be an introductory video introducing you to that new diagnosis. What it means, obviously the name, what it means, and what it means for me or anyone that lives with that condition. So if you care to know what that is, or you just want to be nosy, stick around. I got it coming up next. Currently out and about, running some errands, trying to get a little bit of groceries and some necessities. Go back in the house and go back in this lockdown. Then I get there, we'll go ahead and talk about whatever it is that new diagnosis is. Stay tuned. I woke up. Okay guys, let's talk about that diagnosis that I mentioned to you earlier. Now, I went to my doctor for my normal checkup, and it came to her surprise and mine that I've been suffering from what's called generalized anxiety disorder. Now, this is completely new to me. I've always known of anxiety or panic attack or whatever, but I've never heard of generalized anxiety disorder ever before in my life, until I got diagnosed with it, of course. It is also known as chronic anxiety neurosis. Okay, cool. Now, people who have generalized anxiety disorder, or GAD, worry uncontrollably about common occurrences and situations that happen throughout life. GAD is different from normal feelings of anxiousness. Normal people have at one point or another felt anxious about something in their life, whether it's getting a new job, going to a new school, moving to a new neighborhood. The list goes on and on. Your finances, buying a new house, a new car, so on and so forth. There are a lot of things that I can mention. But a person who has GAD may worry uncontrollably about their finances several times per day for months on end. This can even happen when there is absolutely no reason for that person to be worrying. And the person is aware most times that there is no reason for them to be worrying, but because of the lack of control, that person is not able to calm themselves down, decrease their heart rate, take deep breaths and say, okay, cool, everything's okay. It's nothing to worry about, it's fine. GAD doesn't allow for you to be able to have that flexibility, doesn't give you that mindset. It doesn't allow for your mind to think that way. It just freaks out, and it stays on this loop and just continues to just freak out about nothing or freak out about something and drag it on more than it needs to be. This excessive, unrealistic worrying can be frightening, and it can interfere with your daily activities. I mean, imagine not being able to do simple things. Like for me, I don't go in the elevator. I don't care what you say. Call me weird, call me scaredy. That's cool. I will walk 10 flights of stairs. I'll walk up to the 10th floor, the 15th floor, whatever it is, I'll go. I don't get in the elevator because of my fear of being in the elevator. My fear of being in an enclosed space. I've been stuck in the elevator twice. Last occurrence, my phone was dead. The emergency call button in the elevator wasn't working. It was that those 5 minutes felt like 5 hours. And it felt like the walls of the elevator was closing in very slowly, and it was just really, really terrifying. If you've ever had a panic attack before, if you've ever really just felt super anxious about something, if you can remember the time your mom was about to whoop you because you broke her china cabinet, or whatever it is, think of that moment and times it by 10. That's exactly what a person who experiences generalized anxiety disorder goes through. So really quickly to go through some of the symptoms with you guys, just so you can get an understanding of what we endure when we're facing some of those worrying moments. There's difficulty in concentrating, you have difficulty in sleeping, you're fatigued, exhausted, tension in your muscles, tingling in different parts of your body, sweaty palms, shaking, rapid heartbeat. Listen, it feels like 10 horses galloping in your chest when you start going through one of those anxiety attacks, one of those panic attacks. It's really like a derby in your chest, man. Like you feel like your heart could literally just bust out of your chest with the way it feels. Like you could literally feel it pumping in your veins. It's absolutely terrifying. And then feeling what you're feeling, going through those symptoms, causes you to be even more anxious. So it's just, it's chaos on top of chaos, man. It's no fun enduring this. Now, anxiety is common in many mental health conditions like depression and various phobias. GAD is different from these conditions in several ways. Now, people with depression will have occasional anxious feelings. You have moments where you start to feel anxious because of the negative thoughts that depression creates. And with phobia, you're going to be anxious, like I explained about being in the elevator, being in that small space and being claustrophobic. That creates that anxiety, that anxious feeling. However, with GAD, you worry about a number of topics, a number of things over a long period of time, 6 months or more. Or they may be you may not even be able to identify what the source of your worrying is, which is the craziest part of it. It's one thing when you know what you're worrying about, where you can create thoughts to say, okay, cool, the rent's due and oh my God, I just lost my job. I just got laid off and I'm not able to pay my rent. What am I going to do? You can pray and be like, okay, God's got you. He's going to provide. You're going to find a way. Oh, I got the stimulus check to be able to pay that. Like you can think of things, I could go hustle, do whatever. You could think of things that can create a solution for that problem. But when you don't know exactly what you're freaking out about, you don't know what it is that's causing you to worry, how can you calm yourself down? How can you say, hey, dummy, chill, it's fine? What is fine? You get what I'm saying? So that's the part about it that's just insane. It's absolutely insane. And I wanted to, share with you guys so you guys can really understand, man. People that have mental health disorders, we go through hell, man. Ain't no cakewalk. A lot of people make fun about these things, but there's nothing funny about none of this. There's nothing funny about this. There's nothing funny about being afraid or being anxious and not even knowing why. It's crazy, man. It's wild. Last but not least, I want to share 4 causes of generalized anxiety disorder. Numero uno, family history. If you have a family member like a grandma, grandpa, great grandma, your mom, somewhere along the family line that may have had some form of anxiety, obviously it's a possibility, not a guarantee, that you may experience it yourself. If you've had a recent prolonged exposure to a stressful situation, unfortunately like this COVID-19 situation we're going through right now, if we have an extended period of dealing with a stressful situation, that can also cause a person to experience generalized anxiety disorder. Excessive coffee and excessive caffeinated anything, drink, candy, chips, whatever, food, anything that has a lot of caffeine. If you partake in that too much, or you smoke too much, or chew too much tobacco, that can also be a cause of generalized anxiety disorder. And final, last but not least, child abuse. Trauma of a child's past obviously can cause a person to grow up and be depressed or suffer from generalized anxiety disorder. And it's also in minors as well. Teens and young kids do suffer from this as well. So it's also good for you to know if you're a parent, so that way you're aware and you can pay attention to the signs, just to be able to get your child properly tested and diagnosed to see what it is that he or she may be suffering from. Or you can get yourself tested to see what it is that you may be suffering. All right, guys, as we wrap everything up, I appreciate y'all for spending the time with me. I know I don't make the most exciting videos, but I do feel like I pass on crucial information that can be for anyone. If you have anything to say, drop it in the comment box below. My description box will have my social media, and I have that floating around on here as well, maybe on the side or up above my head. Merch, my website will be there as well, so definitely, cop your merch, support. It took a lot for me to put that website together, and I did it for us. Sick and tired of always hearing, people talk about racism and all this stuff. And I know this video and none of my videos has anything to do with that, but a lot of that has been going on. And he or she saying that they made their brands for us, but I made this brand for us. And if you believe in us and you believe in what we stand for, you're black and you're proud, definitely jump on over to chocolatedrip.com and cop your merch and support. Like, subscribe, share. I can't say it enough. I appreciate y'all. That's all, folks.